So we just found out that FedLoan Servicing is fired. They are quitting. Actually, technically, they're not fired. It's one of those things where they were going to be fired, but they decided to axe their own selves first. So this is really bad, actually, if you're a borrower. It's good long term, but short term, I'm pretty concerned about it. And the reason that I'm concerned about it is because FedLoan has been managing this program for like 10 years. They have all kinds of records. They have all kinds of incorrect records and totally wrong records and things that are just not correct and things that they need to fix. But now they're not going to be fixing those probably because they are going to take these records and transfer them all to someone else. So FedLoan Servicing being fired is massive news to anybody that's under the Public Service Loan Forgiveness Program. The thing is, I would not be scared because what we track our data in is the NSLDS file. So the National Student Loan Data System, I think it's what the acronym stands for. But this is a system that you can use to figure out exactly how much credit you've already been tracked for PSLF in. When did you start making payments? What kind of income-based repayment program that you're under and everything. So luckily all that data is stored in that central depository and not really at FedLoan Servicing necessarily. That's what they pull from. So the Department of Ed's got its own external system where if FedLoan fell off a cliff tomorrow or whatever, they would be fine. What I'm concerned about is FedLoan Servicing does not have a system in place, or actually I should say that there's no student loan servicer in place that can take over for FedLoan in only 6 months of notice. So that's kind of scary because they're basically saying what they told the Department of Ed is, the Department of Ed, what they wanted to do was extend FedLoan Servicing contract a little bit more so that they could have adequate time to plan and have a new servicer take over. Well, FedLoan Servicing beat them to the punch today. I'm recording this July 8th, and they said, not only are we okay with getting fired, we refuse to do the job past December, I think, 14th of 2021. We're not going to do it anymore. So take that, right? So FedLoan Servicing is saying, hey, guess what? We're not going to do the work for income-driven repayment and PSLF and all that stuff past December 14th. Even if you wanted us to, we refuse. So this basically is a middle finger to the Department of Education because they're saying, we're tired of being the whipping boy. We're tired of being I can't say what I'm thinking in a family-friendly YouTube video here, right? We're tired of being, dumped on, right? And we're tired of sort of being the reason why the PSLF system is broken because truthfully, anybody would have had a really hard time managing PSLF because the rules were so complicated that Congress wrote, even though FedLoan did a super awful job. So what does this mean if you're a borrower? Keep your records. Print out any certification request forms that you've gotten. Whatever data that you have in FedLoan Servicing, just print it off and save off PDF copies. You don't need to physically print things. Just save it to PDF. Make a folder like in Google Drive or Dropbox if you have your own folders that you keep to stay track of things. Just make a FedLoan folder and just go to your account stuff and just download as much of stuff as you can find and then save it off in that file document. I don't think you'll actually need it. I actually think that they will transition you to a new servicer okay. But it's a major concern. And it's something that we're going to be following closely at Student Loan Planner. And I think probably FedLoan getting fired, or I should say FedLoan resigning, is big news. I mean, it's exciting news, like I said, long term, but I'm extremely concerned because the Department of Education is totally unprepared for this. They are not at all going to have the ability to handle the consequences of this decision that FedLoan has made. So with FedLoan saying we're out, Department of Ed now has got to restart payments for 42 million borrowers around the country, and one of their big four servicers is saying, go screw yourself, we're not interested in helping. So this is going to be really complicated. This is going to have big implications. I'm not entirely sure what they are going to be yet. We're going to be following it closely to update you when we know more. But boy, oh boy, is this shocking news. FedLoan fired / voluntarily firing themselves. And what this means for the future, we will follow it and let you know. So any comments or questions, post them in the YouTube comments below. We will try our best to reach out and answer all the ones that we get. Thank you so much for watching, everyone.